couch. It's so cozy.
It's super cozy.
I built it.
This would be...
I built this couch. I built this couch all by myself. 2, 3, 4, hit it!
Hey everybody, welcome to Girl Defined.
Today we're gonna do some God-honoring makeup.
Tell us about the sinful makeup though.
Oh my dear Lord in heaven.
Cover your shoulder, you slut!
Thank you for having me on your channel.
Thank you for having me in your house.
Absolutely.
Today you might notice we are in a different location than what I usually am, and that is because I'm visiting my sibling, where they live. We just had a sleepover, which was really fun. Probably the first sleepover that we had in
a couple of years, right?
Several years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we saw each other in April.
Sleepover? Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay. It feels like a much longer time.
It was only 6 months ago, however, it feels like it was 6 years ago.
Yes. We need more sleepovers together is what we're trying to say.
I could have it my way, it'd be like every other weekend.
That would be so fun.
Summer party.
We don't live in the same state though, so that makes it difficult.
Yeah. But here we are.
Here we are.
And we had a great sleepover and we decided we would film a video and just kind of reminisce. We really love to sing when we're together, but we haven't in a long time. We decided we were going to do a cover and a video together. Elly used to have a YouTube channel just for singing. They were pretty spectacular.
Thank you.
Yeah, back in the fundie days. So we decided that we were just gonna do a video kind of talking about music and our relationship to it, what we really liked, what we wanted to listen to, what we couldn't listen to, and then sort of the progression from hymns and worship songs into secular explicit songs.
Yes. I felt like very proud of myself when I ordered an explicit song.
Yeah, Elly ordered explicit songs while fully fundamentalist.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a toe out at that point. But
that's true. That's right.
Christian college brought me right back in to the fold.
Yeah.
So that was like the year before I went away to Christian college. So I was like starting to a tiny bit because I was like in a secular workplace. I was going to secular community college. And those were all causing me to have like little mini deconstruction-y type progressions. But then that's how this is what you told me recently, like that's how they get ya, is Christian college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's why Christian college is the only way to go to college. And that's even kind of a little progressive for some fundies.
Absolutely, yeah. Some fundies are not allowed to
go to college at all. Yeah. Elly had their senior year of high school. They were part of a homeschooled group and they had these two friends.
Okay, so this was actually through my graduation, my homeschool graduation.
Yeah. The senior year, right?
Yes, senior year.
So it was like a graduation program for homeschoolers.
Christian homeschoolers.
For Christian homeschoolers,
yes. Important distinction.
Yeah, very much so. And they had these two friends who were kind of like not super Christian, and they really brought Elly out into the world, don't you think?
I do think so. They were trying to convince me to go clubbing with them.
Yeah.
And I really seriously considered it. And I almost went, but I just couldn't bring myself to be able to justify it.
Yeah.
Because what I thought was, okay, I could be dancing there and like someone could come up and like start, you know, grinding on me and like, what do I do? Yeah. And that is true. And like,
that's still a thing.
That's still a thing.
You don't want somebody to grind on you. It's like, what do you do?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is etiquette for that?
I don't know. Because I think there is kind of like a fine line when you're in that environment. It's not like, you don't owe anybody anything. But I usually just sort of like dance away, you know? like sometimes it'll be like you keep rotating. It's totally okay to be like, hey, can you not? I don't want to, you know? Yeah. I think I've done that a couple times, but kind of when it gets to a point where they keep following you around a little bit.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
I will clarify though that me not wanting people to dance on me was because of purity culture, not because of consent reasons. So that's just a distinction I want to make.
Yeah, totally. Elly had a lot of secular music and even had bought some music that was explicit. A fun story about music was I would pirate music off of like MP3 and all of like, I don't know, sites that were available at the time. And Elly would always pay for them because that was the legal, moral, right way to do it. And we would get into fights about it. One time we were driving, I think, to the beach together, and it was a conflict between the two of us that I listened to illegal music and Elly did not like it at all. And we were talking about it, and they were like, you know, it's illegal. So bottom line, it's not right. And then I looked over at Elly, and they were driving without shoes, and I was like, wait a second, isn't it illegal to drive without shoes? And then they were basically like, in Christian, fuck, pulled over and put their shoes on.
Yeah, they really got me there.
Yeah, I did like to do a gotcha, which is probably not the best thing to do.
I remember being little and we were only allowed to listen to Christian music except for our parents' weird exceptions.
Right.
Based on their own preferences, which was a common thing that they would do.
Yeah, do we want to say a couple of those?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like Great Big Sea was one of those because it was sort of like island folk music almost.
Yes, it was like kind of Irish folk.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they would also be into oldies from when they were in high school and when they were young adults.
Those fucking hypocrites, honestly.
Like I remember a lot of like Chicago.
Yeah.
I loved Chicago. They would listen to, I'm trying to remember, like Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
And shit, I'm like blanking on the name of this one band that Dad really liked to listen to.
The Eagles?
There was the Eagles, yes.
The Beatles.
The Beatles, yeah. There were like a couple of different eras that they would listen to, but it was all before the 80s. We didn't really have any 80s music.
You want me to fix your hair?
Sure. I just noticed one was like sticking out. And then I remember sometimes Dad would allow us to listen to things that Mom would then get mad at him for. Yeah. Like for instance, he allowed me to listen to the song Brick House.
She's a brick house.
She's mighty mighty and she's letting it all hang out.
Is that not Earth, Wind and Fire?
I don't think so.
Excuse me, buddy.
Okay, it's gonna bug me.
I got me a Chrysler that sits about 20 something. Get along and bring your jukebox money.
Okay, it's by the Commodores.
Oh, I would not have known that at all.
They had their exceptions. Our only exposure to secular music was that one like Irish folk band.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a bunch of oldies that they liked and that like our dad played in bands when he was in high school and as a young adult.
And as he was in a band while we were growing up too.
Multiple bands, yeah. But the other way that I would be exposed, and tell me if you had this experience as well, is like just walking into a grocery store and like hearing a song over the speakers and being like, ooh, what is that song? That's really catchy. What is it about? I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna try to sing along, even though I've never heard it before.
Cool.
Yeah, so I had that experience. And then also just like at random different times, someone would introduce me to a song. So like my cousin, for instance, like introduced me to All That Glitters Is Gold.
That was our cousin?
Is that the Backstreet Boys?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know. I think so, but I don't really know.
I got a big pop culture gap.
Same. Or like on my soccer team, like one of the girls introduced me to Shake It, Shake It.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Yeah, I learned that because of Elly. Yeah.
Yeah, that to this day, that's one of my favorite songs. Now it's like a song that I put on, you know, that like top 10 list of like songs that just make me so happy.
Oh.
That's one of the songs because
pump you up.
Yes, absolutely.
That's cool.
Then what happened? There are two things that happened after that. So that was like the general experience as a kid. Mostly it was just worship music, hymns, you know, Wow 2000, like Christian.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Tell me. Go for it.
Elly wrote this beautiful Christmas song that I still feel like could be a modern hymn or like a modern joy to the world. It was religious, but it was really beautiful, and it was, what was it called?
You put a song in my heart tonight.
You put a song in my heart tonight. It's a banger. It slaps. It really does. It really does.
Yeah, that was a cool experience. I got to share it, you know, at the homeschool Christmas concert. I wrote it from a very spiritual experience I had on a camping trip where I just looked up at the sky and was like so in wonder at the vastness of the evening sky, and like, you know, at the time I attributed that to God, but I still feel the wonder.
Yeah.
Underneath a starry sky.
That's
so
gonna make me cry.
Aw. This song is still important to me for that reason.
Yeah.
Because I wrote it. So
It was a really good song. Yeah. I think my biggest complaint about religious songs is that they suck. They're just boring to listen to, but that was not one of them at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So then there were 2 ways, I think, that when I was about 16 or so, I got introduced to a couple of songs that really stuck with me, and like I didn't let go of them until we got the internet and I was able to start buying my own songs. So the first was Yeah by Usher.
Oh, I know where you heard it. Yeah. Yeah, at one of our cousins' wedding.
Yes.
And yeah, we were like, what is this?
It was at the dancing portion of the wedding, and you know, this cousin was not raised fundamentalist in any way, and I was actually filming the wedding. So I had an excuse to go right up to this cousin and all of the friends, like everybody in the bridal party. They were doing a break dancing train.
Ooh.
They were like all in a line, all break dancing together.
Oh,
and
fun.
I was really interested in that. And I filmed them, right?
Fun.
For the wedding. And it was to that song. And then like, I had the tape afterwards. So I went back and I was like, interesting.
I like that dance move.
I like that dance move. I'm gonna copy that and see if I can replicate it. I had no one else to practice with, but I just imagined.
Elly dances really well.
Thank you, man. It was definitely a way that I expressed myself creatively. For some reason, I was able to keep the shame minimal when it came to the dancing and listening to music. And I don't know how, because like there should be a lot of cognitive dissonance, I feel.
I mean, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance being a fundamentalist.
Yeah,
in general. You just gotta pick and choose what you're gonna be dissonant about.
Yeah. So the other way was actually in the Christian high school that I did soccer and theater with. They had dances, and I went a few times with some homeschool friends who were also in the same program as me, and then some of them actually went like 2 or 3 days. So there were these different programs you could choose. So some of my friends were like much cooler than me and had like actual connections with other kids, so I was able to like tag along with them.
Yeah.
I even brought a date one time who was
Oh.
And here's the thing about that story, tangent. Should I go on these tangents?
Yeah, I love these tangents.
Okay. So like, and we'll bleep his name.
Yeah, it'll be.
I did not know him super well, but like, you know, we were like friends within the homeschool co-op or whatever.
Yeah.
And I liked him as a friend.
Yeah.
However, like a lot of people had crushes on him, like a lot. He was like a very popular guy.
He was cute.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Sort of.
Talented, like a cool dude.
Charismatic.
A lot of people really liked him. Like he was very popular. I just liked him as a friend. So I emailed him and was like, hey buddy, do you want to go to the dance with me? Because I don't have a date, and like, if you don't have a date, do you want to just go together? And like, I made it very clear. I was like, your friend, or I think I said your buddy.
Oh my god,
Elly.
your go-to word was buddy to
Buddy.
make sure people knew that you weren't like,
Buddy.
we're friends, right, buddy?
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, so I tried to make it really clear. What I didn't know while I was getting ready inside, like putting the finishing touches on my outfit, is that when he showed up to our house, Dad cornered him in the front yard and was like, what are your intentions with my daughter? And like gave him a whole talk.
Oh my god.
I did not know this. So when I came out and like Mom took some pictures of us
Oh
before,
my god, he was like freaked the fuck out.
yeah. And I wondered, like on the drive there, he seemed like a little nervous or something, or he seemed like a little on edge, and I was like, huh, that's kind of weird. I don't know why. Like maybe he jitters or whatever. And then at the dance, like we took our picture together, and then he kind of went off and like hung out with other people, and I was like, oh, bummer, but it's okay. And then I just like hung out with my friends.
Yeah.
Well, come to find out later, and I found out this through another mutual homeschool friend, who he had told about this like conversation. So he thought I liked him. He thought that and then to make it worse, I sent him a postcard from our family vacation.
Oh no.
So then that really solidified it. He was like, oh my God, Ellie's in love with me.
Yeah. Wow.
So that kind of ruined our friendship, you know? It was like,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Our parents sabotaged us so bad. I mean, the evangelical thing was a big sabotage, number one. But just socially as well, we just got just totally screwed over.
Yeah. So that was my tangent.
Thank you for the tangent.
You're welcome. But the first dance I went to, they were playing "The Way I Are" by Timbaland. That beat, man, that beat at the beginning, I had never felt a beat like that before. Oh. I felt it in my body like an electrical current. It just like woke me the fuck up. And I was like, God damn, what is this music? I was just like amazed. And to this day, like that is also one of my like pump up songs. And when I listen to it, I just feel it. I feel it at such like honestly like a deep, like visceral level.
Yeah, like when it speaks to you in your bones.
Speaks to you in your bones. It was just like an awakening, a musical awakening.
That's so
when
cool.
I heard that. Yeah. That was one of the first songs, if not the first song, that I purchased once we had the internet and I had that opportunity. Because I was like, I just want the ability to repeat that song as much as I need. Another thing about those dances, really quick, is that so the thing about like big Christian schools I have found is that there's a big range of like what the kids actually believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even at college, like this was a big thing. But like there are the fundies. Mm-hmm. There are the sort of like moderate evangelical conservative-ish, but you know, church on Sunday. Yeah. Go to youth group, but not like super into it. Right. And then there are the kids that are there for sports or just because their parents made them. At the dances, there were layers that the kids that had these different beliefs would form layers on the dance floor. Yeah. So the fundies were on the outskirts. So I'd be like on the outside. And then as you got towards the middle of the dance floor, you got freakier. And in the very middle, there was an open circle and like couples would go into the middle and freak dance with each other. And like everybody around would sort of like hype them up. But they would make a circle purposefully so that the teachers couldn't see what was going on in the middle.
Smart. I didn't go to a lot of school dances. I was like grinding on my boyfriend and the teacher caught us and he looked at Justin and was like, mm-mm.
I don't think that they should stop kids from freak dancing at dances.
Totally. I think when I started to listen to secular music was in 8th grade. Because I went to a school where a lot of the boys torrented music and showed me how to do it. And so I listened to The Killers and Shins, One Republic, and Coldplay. Very edgy. Yeah. That definitely opened up my horizons. And then I was listening to like Sarah Bareilles and Ingrid Michaelson and...
Did you like Carrie Underwood?
I liked Carrie Underwood before 8th grade, like probably like in 4th grade. I remember going over to my best friend's house and we would watch the Before He Cheats music video over and over again.
Taylor Swift.
I did like Taylor Swift. I'm kind of ashamed to say because I really don't like Taylor Swift now. Say you're sorry, that face of an angel comes out just like you mean it. I think Taylor Swift is kind of problematic.
I think a lot of artists are.
Very true.
Yeah, I remember us singing a lot of Taylor Swift together. Mm-hmm. So once you started getting into secular music, did you still like some Christian music?
Not really.
Yeah.
We listened to Casting Crowns a lot.
I was about to say that, yeah.
And I really liked Casting Crowns like when I was in grade school. But by the time I was in like 8th grade, was when I was like, fuck this is goofy. Remember you gave me that CD, Joy?
Oh, yeah. Who ended up being one half of the Civil Wars. Joy Williams. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Do they see
Jesus in me? Do they recognize to your face.
I used to sing that song in the mirror and stream tears. How about you?
That's trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I just rocked out to it in my room as if I was performing for a giant crowd.
Nice. Did you have a stage name in mind or like?
Well, funny you ask, Ellie. Yes, I did have a stage name. Do you remember it?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Bella Cole?
Sure was. The reason why it's Bella Cole is because my full name is Annabella, and both of our middle names is Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
So I would shorten both of those names and make that my stage name, Bella Cole.
Bella Cole.
Yeah. I came up with Bella Cole in 3rd grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
And I would practice my signature all the time, Bella Cole.
That's so adorable.
Grandma and Granddad would kind of make fun of me. They'd be like, "Oh, it's Bella Cole."
And
I'd be like, "Hello, I'm here."
I feel like you should do something with that now.
Yeah, totally. I really want to get into drag and be like a drag king. I could do something with that. Not Bella Cole,
Yeah.
but like Cole.
I was gonna say you could use Cole.
Cole Sprouse, but like make a pun about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So today we decided we would do a major throwback and go back to one of the very first secular artists that Elly loved.
Colbie Caillat.
And we'll be performing Bubbly for you all.
Yes, this was the first song I learned on guitar.
Yeah.
It only had 3 chords. It was quite simple. And yeah, I just liked the song. I will say, I recently realized it's totally and I did not realize that
Yeah.
at the time. I don't know what I thought it was. I just thought it was like a playful romantic song, you know? I was like, oh, you know.
Tingle's in a silly place, yeah.
That one's like a little on the nose, but it's very childish language.
Cringy?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Do you feel like a child in that moment?
Probably daddy issues.
Ooh.
So without further ado, we're gonna give you a cover.
Let's do it. We used to have a lot of fun singing together.
You like this?
Whoa, that sounded like a fart. Haven't played in a while, so my fingers are starting to hurt too.
Yeah.
I've been awake for a while now. You got me feeling like a child now.
'Cause every time I see your bubbly face, it gives me tingles in a silly place. Starts with my toes, makes me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. You make me smile, please stay for a while now. Just take your time wherever you go.
The rain is falling on my window pane, but we are hiding in a safer place.
Undercover, staying dry and warm. You give me feelings that I adore. Starts in my toes, make me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. You make me smile, please stay for a while now. Just take your time wherever you go. Wherever, wherever, wherever you go. Wherever, wherever, wherever you go.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was it.
I felt that one.
Me too.
In my bones, so to speak.
If you will.
Okay, I'm gonna get my phone and play it.
And even buy you flowers.
Yeah.
But I'm one that on the perfect loves you best. time, always question everything, because if you don't, things will always stay the same, and what is the point to life in that? Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.